a CNG-powered bus. Neoplan AN440A, operated by ABQ RIDE in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Compressed natural gas can be used in place of gasoline, diesel fuel and propane/LPG. CNG combustion produces fewer undesirable gases than the fuels mentioned above. It is safer than other fuels in the event of a spill, because natural gas is lighter than air and disperses quickly when released. CNG may be found above oil deposits, or may be collected from landfills or wastewater treatment plants, where it is known as biogas. CNG is made by compressing natural gas to less than 1% of the volume it occupies at standard atmospheric pressure. It is stored and distributed in hard containers at a pressure of 20 circumflex 25 mph, usually in cylindrical or spherical shapes. CNG is used in traditional gasoline/internal combustion engine automobiles that have been modified, or in vehicles which were manufactured for CNG use, either alone, with a segregated gasoline system to extend range, or in conjunction with another fuel such as diesel. Natural gas vehicles are increasingly used in Iran, especially Pakistan, the Asia-Pacific region, Indian capital of Delhi, and other large cities like Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkataas, as well as cities such as Lucknow, Kanpur, etc. Its use is also increasing in South America, Europe, and North America because of rising gasoline prices. In response to high fuel prices and environmental concerns, CNG is starting to be used also in tuk-tuks and pickup trucks, transit and school buses, and trains. The cost and placement of fuel storage tanks is the major barrier to wider/quicker adoption of CNG as a fuel. It is also why municipal government, public transportation vehicles were the most visible early adopters of it, as they can more quickly amortize the money invested in the new fuel. In spite of these circumstances, the number of vehicles in the world using CNG has grown steadily. Now, as a result of the industry's steady growth, the cost of such fuel storage tanks has been brought down to a much more acceptable level. Especially for the CNG Type 1 and Type 2 tanks, many countries are able to make reliable and cost-effective tanks for conversion need. CNG's volumetric energy density is estimated to be 42% that of liquefied natural gas, and 25% that of diesel fuel. Worldwide, there were 14.8 million natural gas vehicles by 2011, led by Iran with 2.86 million, Pakistan, Argentina, Brazil, and India, with the Asia-Pacific region leading with 5.7 million NGVs, followed by Latin America with almost 4 million vehicles. Several manufacturers sell biofuel cars. In 2006, Fiat introduced the Siena tetrafuel in the Brazilian market, equipped with a 1.4L fire engine that runs on E100, E25, ethanol and CNG. CNG locomotives are operated by several railroads. The Napa Valley Wine Train successfully retrofitted a diesel locomotive to run on compressed natural gas before 2002. This converted locomotive was upgraded to utilize a computer-controlled fuel injection system in May 2008, and is now the Napa Valley Wine Train's primary locomotive. Ferrocarril Central Andino in Peru has run a CNG locomotive on a freight line since 2005. CNG locomotives are usually diesel locomotives that have been converted to use compressed natural gas generators instead of diesel generators to generate the electricity that drives the traction motors. Some CNG locomotives are able to fire their cylinders only when there is a demand for power, which, theoretically, gives them a higher fuel efficiency than conventional diesel engines. CNG is also cheaper than petrol or diesel. Compressed natural gas vehicles require a greater amount of space for fuel storage than conventional gasoline-powered vehicles. Since it is a compressed gas, rather than a liquid like gasoline, CNG takes up more space for each GGE. However, The tanks used to store the CNG take up space in the trunk of a car or bed of a pickup truck which has been modified to additionally run on CNG. This problem is solved in factory-built CNG vehicles that install the tanks under the body of the vehicle, leaving the trunk free. Another option is installation on roof, requiring, however, solution of structural strength issues. In 2014, a test of Euro 6 heavy vehicles on CNG and diesel showed that CNG had higher consumption, but same noise and pollution of CO2 and particulates. However, NOx emission was lower,